turn to John 3:16. I will say that the message
And we
that
sang this morning that wonderful and grand old message. I don't know about you, but I
Yo.
What's up, world?
What's up, world?
West side.
East side.
Here we are on the north side.
South side.
We're on all sides. It's the Bones Podcast.
Q&A podcast.
That's right. I'm Sean.
And I'm Derek.
And we're here today to answer questions that students have asked and to solve the problems of the world.
At the same time.
At the same time.
And if you have any questions that you want asked, there should be a mailbox in your respective youth room. In the hub, it is over by the counter in the yellow mailbox. At the boneyard, it's over by the entrance, against the wall.
By the lockers.
By the lockers,
Yeah.
sideways. Write in a question, throw it in, and we will get to it on the show.
That's right. Or you can go to our Facebook page and message us and let us know what kind of questions you have.
Or you can ask us in person.
Truth. No, the last several weeks, we've had a lot of heavy questions.
We have.
Had a lot of intense things.
Mm-hmm.
And today I'm looking at the questions and I think, hey, this is going to be a little lighter.
Mm-hmm. But still important.
But that's the thing. It's still very important.
Yeah.
Two of them are Bible-based questions, and one of them is kind of more of a question about dating and relationships.
So what are those three questions, Sean?
Yeah, man. The first question is, how long does it take to go to heaven?
So, Sean, you've done some research on this question, right?
Well, I was looking for a timeline in the scriptures. I don't find that. But what I do find is that it will probably happen for everybody at the same time, living or dead.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking back in the book of Thessalonians and in 1 Corinthians, and I found some really great texts that we should look at.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 15:52, in talking about Jesus' return and our going to heaven, it says in 1 Corinthians, it will happen in a moment, in the blink of an eye. Okay, so that's quick, right? I just blinked right now. See that?
You did it again.
Whoa.
You did it again.
I did it 3 times.
Oh, man.
That's how long it takes to get to heaven, man. In the blink of an eye. So, I blinked. That's pretty quick. I guess we could call that the speed of light. I blink at the speed of light. So technically, I guess it's 299,792,458 meters per second is how long it takes me to get to heaven.
That's pretty fast.
That's pretty fast. Hey, we got another question. It's a really great one, and we've asked our women's lead here, Tara Jandok, to come in and answer.
Wait a second. The Tara Jandok?
I know, man. I had to pay double to get her here today.
No way. No
Yeah.
way.
Here she is.
Tara.
Tara, how you doing?
I'm great.
I'm really excited that you're here.
Thank you.
Is this your first time on the air?
Yes, it is. And I don't necessarily like the sound of my voice, but we'll be fine.
It's good. We all like the sound of your voice, though, ourselves. So you're good. You're totally fine.
Thanks.
Tara, so you have dated before
Yep.
in high school.
Yep.
And we just got done spending the whole day doing abstinence talks at the high school
Yeah.
today. So while this is fresh on our minds, one of the questions that the students asked was, how can I respectfully date in high school? What would you say to that?
I would probably say set proper boundaries and making sure that you don't find yourself in a position where you are being disrespectful to the boy or the girl that you are dating.
So what would a boundary look like? If I was I'm a guy in a relationship, what kind of boundaries would you be looking for as a girl for me to take in the lead?
For me, I think growing up, I didn't necessarily have that boundary set. I had the boundary set for me by my parents, which was to not have sex before marriage. That would definitely change now, considering I have gone through the dating phase. I have experienced a lot of things, such as the emotional side of what happens when you push those boundaries. So if I could, I have kids now, 3 boys, and so if I could get them to understand what boundaries look like and what I would want them to have, it would be just one that would be in a respectful way to where the girl is at also. Like, I would want them to be able to have their own boundaries, but understand, like, the respect that they would need to have for them, but also for themselves. So I could put it to where I would want them to have heavy makeout sessions kind of things, because I know what that involves, but it's not going to necessarily mean anything to them if I'm not talking about it. So yes, definitely I would say stop at making out, but I don't necessarily know if that's what they want for themselves either. Sure.
I mean, everyone kind of has their own level of self-control and self-arousal, right? But, you know, I've practically speaking, I've seen kids make some healthy decisions in terms of this by saying, hey, look, I'm only going to kiss this person standing up.
Right.
We're not going to sit. We're not going to lay down. We're not going to find ourselves in a basement or under a blanket.
Right.
We're not going to find ourselves in the back of a car or out in Custer. Like, we're not going to do those things, right? So I think we really want to just drive that home is at the end of the day, it's what you believe about A, the opposite sex, B, the person as an individual, and C, the holiness that you're called to live so that you can be made totally acceptable and perfect for your spouse when you get married.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, good. Well, we got one more question to answer. So, Tara, thanks for coming on the show today.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You have a delightful voice.
Thank
People
you.
from all over the world are going to probably come and applaud it. And
I hope so.
that's good.
Thanks.
That's good. Thanks, Tara.
Bye.
Sean Taylor, what is the third question?
Hey, Derek, you know, the third question is, it's an interesting one, but we always kind of like to end our show with kind of maybe a more lighthearted or an easier question to answer.
Yeah.
And every question is valid. I don't think there's any foolish ones. And so the last question was this. This was submitted by a student. Everyone says the world will end with a giant wave, but God promised he would never flood the earth again. Why do people think that? I don't know who everyone is. This was news to me. But tell us a little bit about, you know, the world will come to an end. Everything that lives dies. And throughout nature, we see that. And in the Word of God, we see an end to all time. We addressed that earlier and talking about the end of our lives and how long it takes to get to heaven. But tell me about the flood. Tell me a little bit about what happened when God flooded the earth and then promised Noah that he would never do that again.
Yeah, definitely. Well, so the flood happened, and then God came to Noah afterwards, and they made a covenant with each other.
What's a covenant?
A covenant is like a promise on steroids.
Whoa.
I have here in Genesis 8:21, and the Lord was pleased with the aroma of the sacrifice and said to himself, I will never again curse the ground because of the human race. Even though everything they think or imagine is bent toward evil from childhood, I will never again destroy all living things. As long as the earth remains, there will be planting and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night.
Wow. So God made this eternal promise to Noah by using the rainbow of all things to display his promise that he would never destroy the earth again in such a manner. So it doesn't matter what, quote unquote, like the question says, what everyone else says. God says, hey, look, when my judgment comes, it will not be in a wave of water. Interesting.
Yeah. And I mean, another thing is, you know, we hear all these, especially now that the 2012 date is coming up, the December 21st, whatever it is, the end of the Mayan calendar. It's going to end when Jesus returns. It's simple as that. It's not going to end on, it's not like the world's going to end. God's like, oh, I didn't see that one coming. Like, it's all like on his terms. He's in control of it all. And it's going to end with Jesus' second coming.
So even when the world ends, it's to begin again. So we got that to look forward to.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, man. Well, hey, that was a pretty good show.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun.
I like having you on here.
I like you, too.
You know what? We should get rid of Jared. That's it.
That's
He's
it.
done.
Done.
Tara and Derek are my new co-hosts.
Yes.
We're taking
Yes.
over this station.
Yes, taking over.
We're taking it back for the
Podcast.
people.
Podcast.